After a disappointing year, Christmas is here. The children are excited, everybody is happy, in for the festive mood until we see this. Yeah, Santa Bird, or as I like to call him, mental retard bird. Okay, here is why I decided to choose this retard for my second Emerald run. You guys must have seen the first video of the series, which was use Smeargle attack to get through the game and complete the game without items, etc. It was a real pain because of his stats. If you noticed, Delibird, or as I call him, mental KFC stats, he sucks. Smeargle sucks harder, yes, but at least he gets to learn anything in the game. Delibird doesn't get that. Delibird gets something called Present. Now, you must be thinking Present is a signature move, so it's gotta be good, right? Wrong. Don't even think that. You think the children want presents? Presents for everybody. Let me give you a little bit about this present shenanigan. You can actually miss with a 10% chance, which is great. You can actually heal your opponent with a 20% chance, I think. I mean, the whole purpose of Pokemon is to not heal the opponent. I mean, Splash is better by that definition. So yeah. Oh, and I completely forgot. Delibird is the only privileged bird to get access to the same hidden and normal ability, Vital Spirit and Insomnia. They both prevent sleep. That's good, right? Oh boy. So you guys get the gist of it. If you've seen the slide that had the stats on the screen in the beginning of the video, you must be pretty underwhelmed by seeing how bad this Pokemon is in battle. He has rubbish stats. He's an ice flying type. He's weak to, I think, rock by 4 times, electric, fire, obviously, steel as well. Here is why the game is going to be such a big pain with him. Number 1, he fares terribly in the first 3 gyms. He is weak against Roxanne, the first rock type gym leader, who I'm going to be preparing for like nuts probably. He is bad against the 3rd gym leader, who happens to be what was her name again? Oh, it's a him, Watson. Yes, the electric guy. He has electric types and steel types. Woohoo, that's good for me. The 3rd gym is bad for me. The 4th gym is going to be equally bad. I've got Flannery there, fire types against ice types. Oh god, that's going to be so much fun, right? And to top everything off, I'm not going to fare very well in the Elite 4 as well because, well, let's face it, the only guy I have an advantage over is Drake, who has dragon/flying types, and that's the only thing I can be happy about in this run, which I should predict that I should win. Let's see. I'm not sure about Wallace. I'm not at all sure about Steven. He is steel. I mean, he's made of steel. So this guy who has ridiculous stats, can't do anything with Toxic, doesn't learn Will-O-Wisp, will have to really find a way to win, and I can predict a lot of resets in the final battle. But let's go ahead and see how this run goes. So first of all, I am trying to progress to Rustbro City. You must have seen the first battle I faced where Present actually healed the opponent. I keep healing my opponents, which is great. And it's fun to see myself going down and again to wild Pokemon. Yes. Of course, I'm not healing in the middle. I do lose, and that does imply I lose a lot of money that way, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, the only money I'm going to use is probably for the TM for Ice Beam, which comes later on in the game. So yeah, this jabroni is terrible from every aspect. Oh, and wait, did I mention that he doesn't learn a single move naturally? He doesn't. He learns Present, a beautiful move at a young level, and nothing else. Yep. He does learn TMs, of course. You can teach him Ice Beam, you can teach him your fly shenanigans, you can give him, I don't know, you can tutor him with Swagger. Swagger, that's actually a good idea. And you can of course give him stall moves such as Attract. That's his only way of survival, to be very honest. He doesn't learn any ground moves in this generation. You can't give him Mud Slap. I mean, not that Mud Slap was a game breaking move to begin with, but it at least helps you out in the first part of the game, as you saw with Smeargle. So yeah, let's see how the first battle goes. I'm killed at the first Geodude, and I don't even do 30% damage. Yeah. So yeah, you see how the run is gonna go. The words you saw on the screen describes perfectly how this run is gonna be. This guy wants some words of advice. Hope he gets what he wants. And she is okay. That's all she wanted, I guess. We progress ahead. And ultimately, this run is going to be such a pain because of Delibird's lack of stats and moves. You have to stay with present till level 30? And yes, he still doesn't learn anything, but at least by then you would have access to some good technical machines, which would obviously replace very soon. I'm just hoping I could get, stuff like Steel Wing from Steven at Dewford, which would at least give me some sort of coverage against rock types. The only other move I'm going to rely on is Struggle. So here is what I'm going to do for the first part of the game. I'm going to gain levels. Since I'm ice and flying and all of Roxanne's team knows Rock Throw / Rock Tomb, they're gonna kill me in one hit if they hit. And they are probably gonna hit. 90 accuracy on the opponent's side is equivalent to 100% accuracy, So they're not missing. I'm gonna be missing a lot with present. I may even heal my opponents. I'm sure I'll heal my opponent. But, oh, there's my cat. She's equally pissed off at Delibird, I think. He's really, 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 really bad. You see how I'm having to raise him. I'm having to use Struggle in order to win these battles against wild Pokemon as well. Because Present has a PP of 15, which is actually good. I'm so happy it's not something like 40 where I would have to use 40 Presents and then start spamming Struggle all over the way. So this is what's going to happen for the first 30 good minutes. You're gonna see why. I cannot survive rock throws. I can't survive even 2 rock throws, I think. You see those stats again, right? That's exactly the reason why I have to grind all the way up to level 25. Then I decide to do something that is a bit silly. I decide to give it EVs in attack. Why do I do that? Because number one, Roxanne's team is very defensive. They're all rock types, so duh. And secondly, that's pretty much it. And Delibird's attack sucks, so I gotta get it up some way. Now, not giving me 99 proteins for free, are you, game freak? So yes, that's what I did. I kind of realized late that I'm getting HP EVs from Whismer, which kind of sucked, but it's okay, I guess. And after this, I'll be going on a rampage, killing Poochyana's, slaughtering little doggies. And, I love doggies. I'm so sorry I said that. I actually love doggies a lot. Poochyana's, not so much. They kind of suck equally. But they give attack EVs at least, so that's kind of better. I will be killing some Whismers. For the time being, you're going to see a lot of this. Let me tell you a bit about how Delibird could be used competitively. Now, in the competitive meta, you would probably want to give him moves like, double team, substitute. That's the only thing he could do well. He can only avoid attacks. He can't boost his own stats. He can't, he can kind of swagger onto everybody else. That's one way of killing everyone. I think I would use swagger eventually. There is a guy who tutors this in Slateport City, I believe. So that's pretty good. If you're deciding to run Delibird with items, of course, you could give him Ice Beam, Water Pulse. He probably learns, he should learn Fly. He's definitely not as bad as Zubat. But yeah, he does get Steel Wing as well, I guess. He has wings. He does fly, doesn't he? So yeah, that's my plan for the first half of the game. You're going to see a lot of training up. I'm at level 23. And I've not earned my first gym badge yet. Yes. 23. This is not gonna be fun. Of course, I'm gonna be heavily over-leveled for the next few gym fights, but you will see that the major difference in level isn't a game-breaking point for me. Why? Because, as I said, I am weak to so many different types. Being an ice type is pretty bad. Let me tell you that. And if you are an ice type with another type, which isn't steel, well, that's pretty bad too. But if you're an ice and flying type in this case, you have a truckload of weaknesses, which is exactly the case right now. So, yes, I'm just gonna get some levels. That's all I can say for this portion. I'm just gonna level up to level 25, probably give it a shot then. I will be raising my EV in attack in a few matches. I'm just trying to get that. Oh, you see, I got a +4 in HP, which is pretty big for this little guy, isn't it? I mean, does he do anything else useful? He doesn't give presents or shit. Here we go. I'm back training. This is gonna go on for a while, guys. This is gonna go on for at least 10 more minutes. And mind you, I've sped up footage by around 80 times cumulatively. I've sped up the game 10 times. I've sped up the actual game recording footage by another 8 times. So, oh wait, no, not 80. I'm so sorry. I think it's 40 times. I had done the same in an 80 time speed up as well. The time for this video was drastically reduced, but I mean, you could probably get seizures like the ones you got from that Porygon episode that was banned by Pokemon some time back. I'm heading back to the gym now. I am level 26. Rock Throw does 1/3 damage to me, which is pretty bad. I cannot take 3 Rock Throws / Rock Tombs. I mean, I don't care about the speed drop. I just can't take more than that, and that itself is a problem. Rock Tomb at least has 80 accuracy, which gives me a slightly better chance of avoiding these attacks. But it should be possible if I use, say, an Oranberry. Probably an Oranberry should do the trick. I heal back up. I go all the way back to train more. And this is gonna go on, as I said. I'm looking for Poochyena at the moment. I'm also looking for Abras if I can find them. Probably not gonna get that many because, well, it's not that common on this route, but they help in increasing my special attack. The other bad thing about Delibird is his attack and special attack are both pretty much average. Now, in game, in life, let's not talk about the game, let's talk about life. In life, what are we told? Focus on one thing, right? Focus on one thing and make that your strength. Yeah. This retard can't even do that because his attack and special attack is pretty much equally distributed. His defenses are trash. He can't take hits that well unless he's heavily overleveled or, he's used double team 6 times with a tract or something like that. But he's just not a good Pokemon to use. His base stat total is among one of the lowest for a fully evolved / something that doesn't evolve more Pokemon. So he's pretty bad. You guys must have heard about Love Disc, right? That weird candy ass that looks like an ass, that red little love thingy that I don't know, that's somewhere deep down in the Pokédex that nobody cares about. Yes, he's in the same boat as Love Disc. Maybe worse because of his weaknesses. Of course, he gets Stab Ice Beam, but he can't take hits. At least Love Disc has just 2 weaknesses to worry about. This guy has a truckload of them. I head back to the Pokemon Center. I am still training. I am at around 14 minutes. Smeargle, that has much lower stats than this guy, had probably beaten Roxanne at least by now and was probably struggling with the gym leader in Dewford, Brawley. So that's how bad this guy really is. If you expect this guy to be taking over the world, good luck to you. Anyways, I keep fighting these battles again and again. I know I'm killing Talos. They just give me speed. I don't need speed. I already have that. I know need for speed is a thing, but I don't really need that. This is so painful. Will I give it a try now? Probably not. And wait till you guys see how the next part of the game rolls out. You will pretty much be shocked. Yes, I am overleveled. That's the only reason I can progress well in this game. But yeah, he's just not. He's just pretty bad. He doesn't learn good moves. He only gets good stuff like Ice Beam. He can only survive out of luck, which is using double team, attract, that kind of stuff. He doesn't even get a self boosting move. I don't think he learns anything special. Unless, of course, he uses swagger and kind of gets that. He could try to learn Mimic, I guess. But there's no real point because that's a very dynamic kind of a move. And you never know who you're going to face up against. So he's pretty much terrible for the entire game, but he's so bad in the first half just because of this attack called Present. You can't depend on it. I mean, you only have two choices. You have Present and Struggle. And to rely on Struggle is... It's a shame. Let's be honest. I'm sorry, Santa, but you suck. Not the real Santa. He's sweet and he's nice and he gives gifts. This guy gives me a headache. That's all he does. And I'm still at it. I am still at it. He is level 29. I'm training on this route for the EXP. I didn't really consider EV training yet. I mean, I was in two minds. I kind of thought maybe I should go for the attack EV training. Maybe I shouldn't. So I was only fighting Puchianas. I got a little skitty which was renamed as Yahi Hai Sachai because, well, that's what Team Rocket's Meowth used to say, and they don't give Meowth on this gen without cheats, do they? I go ahead, I raise a level, and I think by now I'll realize that I should find Puchianas in a little easier place where I'm guaranteed to get more Puchianas. So after this route, obviously I'm going to go all the way down, back home, all the way to Little Route, and I'm going to fight a bunch of Puchianas over there. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, I did consider using a few other Pokemon as well, probably in the future. I was interested, in fact, I really wanted to make the next run. I wanted to, use, one of these Pokemon on a different version, such as Pokemon Gold. That's what I had initially planned. But for certain circumstances, I couldn't because, number one, Mac doesn't have an emulator that supports Pokemon Gold. There is no Game Boy Color emulator that I have found yet. So if you guys happen to know an emulator of that sort, please do let me know. I would love to, give that a try. I also considered Fire Red, but I wasn't quite able to implement the part of replacing the first Pokemon you get or, finding a Pokemon in the wild, which I could use for the challenge. So yeah, unless I go with a solo Rattata challenge in Fire Red, which will probably bore the hell out of everyone, I decided to might as well do the same thing I wanted to do in Pokemon Emerald. Plus, since we're pretty familiar with what has to be done when, there's not much that we have to worry about. I mean, we know the gameplay, we know the story. It's just about getting through the game and understanding what you should do where. So here I am back in Little Route, looking for Little Poochyena, defeating them for the little EV that I want. They give one EV in attack. I have no Pokerus. Pokerus obviously doubles the odds of getting certain effort values, which are EVs. And I don't have the Macho Brace, which means all those fancy multipliers into two, all piling up on each other. Not there. So I'm relying on fighting Poochyena one at a time for around 20 EXP each battle. It was a pain, guys. It was a real pain. I mean, I couldn't even speed stuff up that much. I just had to keep fighting again and again and again, waiting for Poochyena. I couldn't fight Wampus because they gave me HP EVs again. Don't really need HP EVs. I mean, it may be useful down the line in a battle against, say, Steven. That's the only other place I would probably use my HP, which is already pretty bad. But yeah, that's how this run is going on at the moment. Let's see, what shall we do next? Of course, after Rustbro, the plan would be to go to Delibird, get Steel Wing from Steven, give him his goods, and get the hell out of there and go all the way to Slateport, where I would do pretty much nothing apart from find that Sailor Stern who's sitting in his little office room, or I don't know, he's probably not Stern, But that's what you're supposed to do, I guess. Oh man, I'm still fighting on this route. And I'm level 30, by the way. And I haven't gotten my first gym badge yet. This is not a good sign. Can I even beat Steven? I don't know. It'll require a lot of luck. Insane amount of luck. I'll definitely have to be level 90 plus, I believe 100. Yes, that exasperated sigh was exactly something that describes these past 20 minutes. I raise one level. I'm level 31. Is that gonna be enough? Probably not. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Because plus 7 in attack is good, but it's again nothing special given how high Geodude's defenses are. Geodude and Nosepass have insane defenses. They are tanks for the first gym. Of course, nobody feels that because the usual choice of starters usually offer Trico / Mudkip / Torchic. I mean, let's put it this way. You would have a Combusken by that point in the game. It's not that difficult to get a Combusken by then. If not, you obviously would catch a Shroomish if you want to get it done quickly. Trico obviously gets Absorb. You can Thought Roxanne using Mud Slap or probably Water Gun. Water Gun, I would say, is a better option because while Geodude is a wall with Captain America's shield, he's nothing specially. I mean, I didn't mean to offend him, but he's got nothing in terms of special attack or defense. You can probably just sneeze at him and the little water droplets that come out will probably kill him. That's how bad he is in terms of special defense. So here we are again, guys. Level 31. You see what happened, right? Now I thought that's gonna be a range. So, I tried again and, I failed. So I decided to go for one more level and this time I was going to only face off against Poochyena. So obviously I get some EXP from Geodudes and the Nosepass. Well, not the Nosepass because, he survived by 1 HP. Thank you very much. But I get back to Old Dale and I start killing more Poochyena for 1 EV in attack. I had to do this an insane amount of times, at least I think 100 battles or so. And in total, I believe around 200 battles, including all the EXP battles I had to go ahead with. But in the end, I did get the level 32. It's obviously taking much longer. I should have made the speed a little better for this part. I guess I'll keep that in mind for the next video. But present is so ridiculous. You see how many times I am doing nothing? That's not a miss. That's actually saying that the opponent has full HP and I can't give them more HP. I cannot wait to replace this horrible abomination of a move and just get it done with. I'm not interested in having present. Who wants to give presents? That's Santa's job, not ours. This guy should be banished to the other realm and return never again. Closer to level 32. I'm just throwing presents around. I don't even care what's gonna happen next. If I still manage to somehow lose against Roxanne, I would have probably given up. Because, yes, of course, you can keep doing this, you can keep grinding up, you can keep playing while doing something else in the background. But let's be honest, level 31 against her level 10s, level 15s, not a good sign at all. Well, that's exactly how this run turned out, and that's why I chose Delibird for this run. He's just so bad in the first half of the game. Let me be a little honest and improve on what I said. He's bad in the entire game. He's bad against everybody. He sucks against Roxanne. He does badly against Brawly. Yes, he's a flying type. He should use a flying attack against fighting types. But you know what? He doesn't get any. He gets nothing. He sucks. Broly can use bulk up and kick the shit out of this guy. I mean, he can kick him right in the crotch, and all his presents are gonna go tumbling out, and all the children will be upset. But does Broly care? No, he doesn't. Nobody cares for Delibird. I think I'm ready. Gotta stay calm. This guy gets under my nerves. I am almost at Rustbro. I went all the way back to collect a few berries. I think the Velma Pale and the white herb from that sweet lady who's on the side. And also collect a super potion, I think, from there, who somebody dropped there during a Daru party and didn't pick it up. Here we are. The first two Geodudes go down, but I have no health for the nose pass. I play again, and somehow I get past 50% health. This is a bad sign. This is a very bad sign. Will I grind up more? Probably not. But then it occurred to me, why should I keep those useless Oran berries with me? I'm never going to use them later on. And that's what I did. I gave him the Oran berry. I somehow survived. That 10 HP really helped. Well, obviously the opponent's attacks missed a bit. So that's how I got past the first gym leader with this abomination. This mental retard is beginning to make me a mental retard now. I get an Abra. I decide to keep him only for teleportation. And that's pretty much it. He'll probably be my second sidekick in the battle against Lisa and Tate because I don't want him to attack. And he can't attack. He's got only teleport, and that's going to fail again and again. Plus he gets flash, which is a good HM for him, I guess. I decide to go all the way down, collect a few items from the side of Rustbro, and head to my second gym battle, which is in Dewford Town. Of course, this guy has to come and bore the hell out of me and give me his stupid Pokénav and tell me to call him. I don't want to call him. I'm not interested. Don't you get the signal? No, he don't get the signal, but I called him anyways. I face May, who is trash. As you know, in my last video, I did specify how bad May and Wally are. Wally is like a pillow, you know. He's weak. He can't do things on his own. And you can just punch him and he just goes back to sleep. That's the kind of guy he is. Trust me, I hate bullies, but he's so weak. You actually feel like punching him in the face, so he just goes back to sleep. May, on the other hand, well, it's okay. She's cute and all, but she doesn't evolve her first starter, which sucks. Who does that? I mean, that's worse than Ash Ketchum, who just keeps them and never evolves them as well. Well, at least Ash evolved his Charizard to the final level. This girl doesn't even evolve her first starter till the final stage. Terrible. I get a lucky Slackoth in the Petalburg Woods. I decide to take a few items from here and go down all the way to Mr. Briny's cottage, where he is having a ball of a time drinking with his little birdie, going round and round the table. Probably the birdie stole his alcohol. I get the silk scarf from the dude in the first house on Dewford. I decide to deposit the little Slackoth I got. Sad end for him, I guess. And I go into the cave, Granite Cave. Now, what should I do? Should I get to Steven first, or should I face Broly? Probably the first. I'll probably go ahead and see where Steven is, give him his letter, get the TM, so I can at least go to Slateport if I need to before the gym. The second gym is kind of avoidable. You don't have to take part in the gym battle. You can just skip it and go ahead with the story. There he is. I get my Steel Wing. Now I can teach Delibird Steel Wing. What? Wait, I have to reset my game to see. Wait, just hold everything. What? Okay. Yes, I don't need you, Steel Wing. You piece of trash. You piece of trash, Santa Claus. So I planned on giving Delibird Steel Wing. Guess what? I'm not gonna say more on that. I'm not gonna say more. And Delibird faints. Level 32. or is it 33? Well, yes, 33. I somehow went then with present with a decent amount of HP left, which is good. I get the hell out of there. I talk to everybody. I mean, this time I'm compelled to talk to people because, number one, anyone can give you anything. I didn't do this in the first run with Smeargle because, well, Smeargle doesn't learn moves by tutoring. You can only sketch moves from battle. You can't really teach him moves by TM, HM, or tutoring. You can't even go and teach him moves by going to the move relearner. He'll only learn sketch again and again. Well, that's good, but you can't teach him nice stuff like rock slide and, I don't know, the elemental punches, stuff that guys randomly teach you. You just can't. These guys are obviously full of themselves. Nothing to really get from there. I continue again on Slateport Beach. Challenge people along the way. Delibird is sucking as usual. He's healing his opponents, losing health quickly. I haven't healed at the center yet. I probably should. Zigzagoon down. Pika Blue down. 6-pack awaiting me here. Low health. I'll probably heal and save because knowing this guy and his unpredictable moveset, thank you again, Game Freak, I'm probably gonna lose and end up healing my opponent. So there we go. I get my 6-pack from this guy. Nothing else to do on this beach. I talk to everybody, make sure there's nothing I could miss. Now, this is the guy, the dude who's supposed to make the captain appear inside the museum. And he is going to take the Devon goods and he's going to give me something or maybe give me nothing and just go and at least get that useless owner, the CEO of that Devon Corporation off my back. I mean, he's a pest, isn't he? From here, now this room is gonna be pretty crucial to my entire run. Why? Not this lady, she's nothing. There's a guy here who teaches you swagger. Swagger, is that good? I would say not really. I mean, you're boosting your opponent's attack. Of course, you're confusing it, which means if it hits itself, it's gonna do a bit of damage to him and it's gonna reduce the odds of him attacking you on a certain turn. What's bad about it? Well, once he's cured from confusion, you're pretty much dead. Yeah, you're pretty much dead. You're gonna be killed. That's how bad Swagger is. If the opponent gets freed from his confusion early on, it's also good in the sense that it allows you to stall more. But the issue with Swagger isn't just that. I mean, you can miss. You confuse your opponent, which is good. You increase its attack, which has, a positive that, the opponent would do good damage to himself if he hits. But if he doesn't hit himself, it's game over for this mental case. Yes, it's game over. This guy can't take a hit naturally. Do you think he's gonna survive with a +2 bonus to its attack? Hell no. Oh, and that's not it. In order to make Delibird good with Swagger, you would have to use it multiple times, at least 2 times, I would say. I would say all 3 times for it to make a difference. I mean, if the opponent is hitting you, you're probably gonna die anyways, right? So might as well go for the full attack and see if the opponent can match that or not. And given the fact that the game hates you and the game will probably hit you, you're still gonna die, so you don't lose much. So yes, Swagger is a good addition for Delibird. Not yet. Not at this stage of the game, no. But this is gonna come in quite handy against the final few bosses in this game. I'll talk about that a little later. Right now, I have 3 movesets on Delibird, which is obviously present, which sucks. I have obviously Swagger, which I just got from tutoring, and I also got the TM for Thief. Thief is a dark type move, weak dark type move that actually steals the hold item the opponent is holding. Is it good? Not at all. It's pretty bad. It gets better in the later gens, I think, with a buff to its base power, but it's pretty bad. 40 it's horrible. I'm not facing any psychic type trainer, at least for now. And it doesn't have a same type bonus. And of course, dark types are special in Generation 3. And while Delibird is supposed to have a better special attack than attack, my Delibird here very conveniently has a better attack. because number one, I gave it a lot of EV training and attack in order to cross Roxanne, which was hell. I couldn't have done that without the EV training. Let's be honest. I would have probably had to grind up to level 40 in order to beat Roxanne without EV training if I had done the same thing back then. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Thief is just temporary, man. I had to give him something to, hit ghosts probably. If I see a ghost, I won't see a ghost, I guess, but, to hit at least something that isn't that defensive, because let's put it this way. A lot of these guys that I'll see on these routes use Geodudes, and they have insane defense. If I at least go ahead with Thief, I would have another option of getting around, at least doing damage. There's no guarantee of what I would do with Present. I could miss, I could heal, I could do trash damage. Present has actually 4 outcomes. One is heal the opponent, I think 20%. There's a 20 or 30% chance that you do 40 damage, I guess. There's a 20% chance you do 80 damage, 10% you do 100 damage. I guess it's something like that. And of course, it has a great 10% chance of completely missing. I mean, how do you miss giving a present to somebody? Do you throw it? Well, actually, he does throw it. So, oops. So, I get the acro bike. I'm going down, hopping my way down all the way to Slateport to get the coin case. The coin case is going to be crucial in this run. It was nothing to me in the Smeargle. Oh, I could have thrown it down the toilet if I wanted to, but I didn't even take it because I didn't care about it. I have to care about it on this run. Why? Because the game corner offers TM for Ice Beam, and I kind of need Ice Beam. Yeah, I desperately need Ice Beam. So I'm in here and I make the biggest mistake of my life. I have 27,000 Poké-Dollars, right? A smart person would have probably exchanged a few or played a few slots with the money. Did I do any of that? Nope, I didn't. And guess what? I completely forgot that losing battles causes you to lose money. And I lost a lot. And you will see a little later in the game when I show you my card that completely slipped my mind. So yeah, I don't get Ice Beam yet. I'm stuck with these 3 terrible moves. And this is gonna haunt me. I'm relying on Swagger to knock out my opponents. That's how poor this mental case is right now. I go down all the way to Slateport once again, head all the way back to Morville, fight whatever trainers were left on this route. Yeah, pretty easy with Present. Now, at least. I talked to one of these people here who teaches me a move. I guess they should. Oh, that lady gave me a tract, which is very helpful. I will go ahead with the tract and give Delibird that, because I need a tract. I need something that would give Delibird a bit of resistance. He doesn't have the stats for that. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a moveset. He doesn't have good stats. He has a terrible typing. Ice, bad typing. Offensively great. Defensively horrible. Ice paired with flying, even worse. You think it's good because obviously you can hit grass, bug, etc. But no, that doesn't matter because you're not going to face that many grass/bug types. You've got Ice Beam for them already. You're just adding on to your own worries by giving yourself more weaknesses, is the way I look at it. I head now into the gym with Delibird. I'm level 40. The opponents I would get here are typically between level 15 to, I would say, 25, I guess. 25 being Watson's Manectric. Let's see how that doggy fares against this guy. I mean, he's been making a mockery of all doggeries worldwide. He's been killing Poochyena left and right. Mightyena ain't gonna take kindly to that, ain't he? Oh, I'm killed by a Zigzagoon's Thunderbolt. Great. Well, I didn't heal up, so probably my mistake. And I lose a lot of Poké-Dollars that way as well. I face off against Watson now in my third gym battle. The first 2 mons go down pretty easy. Manectric paralyzes me because, well, when I hit him physically, I would get attacked by Static, his skill, which basically makes me paralyzed with a 30% chance. That didn't happen because, well, I got paralyzed on Voltorb itself on the next run, which is great. This is gonna go on for a while. While you see the level difference is pretty big, Manectric is pretty harsh on me. I do make it to Magneton, but I am not able to get past Magneton consistently. Number one, it's a steel type. So all of my moves, yes, all of my moves are not very effective. Number two, I cannot use Present because his defense is absolutely amazing. He is a steel type, number three, so my dark type move, Thief, will do practically nothing to him. Number four, his defense is so good. So even if I use Swagger, say 3 times, he won't be doing that much of damage to himself because he has horrible attack and great defense. By buffing his attack up, yes, he does get a better attack stat, but he's still not gonna hurt himself that much because, well, he's made of steel. What am I made of? I'm made of fur and feathers and chicken, I guess. There we go. I'm back at the Electricity Gym. I make Manectric fall in love with me. I can't do the same to Magneton because, well, he doesn't like genders, I guess. And I'm killed again. But at least I could get something off on Magneton and do some sort of damage. So far, so good on this certain run. No damage until Magneton, but I get paralyzed and this is not gonna end well, but it was one of my best runs so far. Basically just spammed Present, I think, with Swagger. My main move against Magneton is Swagger. Let's be honest, I'm not gonna do anything with Thief or with Present. Present is just a filler that I have to use, unfortunately. I was close again. I got his health down to red, but of course, Watson uses a potion. Now, while it's allowed to use potions and stuff, I believe I shouldn't because number one, I'm quite severely overleveled against his Pokemon. Number two, using attacks in the middle of battle. I mean, using items, I have to use attacks. Why did I say that? Using items in the middle of battle doesn't really make the game much fun. I mean, my idea of using a Pokemon is to use something that is absolutely self-reliant, something that doesn't depend on items like, say, X attacks, X defense, X specials, X speeds, whatever, full heals, etc. Yes, full restore obviously is the best of the lot, but I don't really want to use any of those items until and unless I have to use those items. You know, as I said, the rules for this challenge are pretty similar to the challenge in the first video I had made with Smeargle. No items outside of battle, no glitches, no exploits. Yes, I would probably need items in the final battle against Steven, given how bad Delibird is and how bad his stats are. But at least for the main part of the game, I will not be using any items in the middle of battles. In double battles, I'll be using probably something like an Abra or maybe this time a Magikarp, depends on what I have. In the Lisa and Tate battle, in other battles I'll not be attacking or doing any physical damage. It would probably just be spamming some move that doesn't make any difference to the game. So yeah, coming back to the current run, I'm level 47, twice as leveled as Watson's team. How is this battle going so far? Not very good. I was so close to getting Magneton knocked out and I missed it. Okay guys, with this moveset, can I win again? Let's try. I've given myself the Cherry Berry, which cures paralysis, and I messed up because I am trying to get the Citrus Berry from Manectric, which is gettable via Thief. The problem, if I use Thief, I'm getting paralyzed because there's a 30% chance my physical contact move is gonna make me paralyzed if I hit Manectric, which I did. And I got paralyzed and that sucks. Going back to the gym in my 15th battle. Thank you, Game Freak. I am now doing pretty well till this point. I've made Magneton confused. He is hitting himself in damage, yes, but the damage isn't quite enough, and I get knocked out by his eventual shockwave. Shockwave, of course, doesn't miss. I haven't raised my evasion in any sort of way. Will I be luckier this run? Yes, I somehow make it through Magneton's constant suicide attempt. He keeps bashing his head, or one of his heads at least, against Watson's raw wall, I guess. So that's good for him. He's gonna need some bandages. This guy meets his girl and he's gone to her house to probably do stuff. I don't know. There are people in the house, so he'll probably not mess around much. Now I meet these two guys, BBC aspirants who think they're BBC, but they're worse than CNBC, I think. They will ask me for some words. I obviously didn't care to answer them in my first playthrough. I don't know what to tell them. Whatever I tell them, it doesn't really matter. Or does it? No, it doesn't. I go ahead with my journey. I fight trainers randomly, try to get more EXP. Just try to get this guy to level 50 for crying out loud. There's no way he's gonna survive the next gym if he is not level 50. The next gym now, coming on to that subject. So you remember me saying Delibird is bad against rock types, he's bad against electric types and fire types alike. Yes, so 2 of those 4 boxes have been checked. The next box is a fire type, so it's gonna be fun, I guess. I don't have Water Pulse yet. That's gonna be available much later. By that time, Water Pulse is pretty terrible. I mean, I won't like having Water Pulse at all on Delibird for that level or that stage of the game. If I had Hidden Power, maybe if it was a water type, I would have been able to do it easily. I don't have that either. I'm gonna have to rely on Ice Beam. I don't have any other choice. I have nothing else. I can only use Ice Beam. I can probably use Swagger, maybe. I can attract, obviously, my opponents, which is also something good. But I'm not going to take 1 overheat. Or maybe I'll take 1, but I'll definitely not take the other. Because all of Flannery's team has overheat and Sunny Day. Even 1 overheat hitting me will obviously make the opposition really weak in special attack. They would lose 2 stages of the special attack, which is great. But I'm doing a solo run, so it's not like I have any back Pokemon to rely on for this run. They hit me with overheat, sure, that attack's gonna go down. I can't heal back up. I've lost a good chunk of my HP. And that's why solo runs are in their own way so challenging. You would probably think if I use only 1 Pokemon in the entire run, well, obviously he's going to make level 100. But the fact of the matter is that the Pokemon I tend to use and a lot of other YouTubers tend to use are really weak. Statistically, they're really weak. They have bad stats. They look like jabronis. They're terrible. They have pathetic movesets. They have terrible types. They have everything wrong about them, basically. Yeah, they do have some signature features, or you can say some things different from usual Pokemon, which is why they are quite specially treated. They're not special in any way. In fact, they make us special by putting us into our wheelchairs because we threw ourselves off the top of terraces using them in battle. But that's the whole point of these challenges. You get to use something that isn't that good and you give him a chance to exist. I mean, at least he has a reason to be there in the game in the first place. Nobody's gonna use Delibird otherwise, is there? Probably not. Will I use it again? Nah, I'm gonna pass. So far, this run has been only about one thing. The reason why I've gotten so far is because of over-leveling and taking Delibird to a higher level. Had Roxanne not been the first gym leader, probably I would have been at level 30. Or maybe even 35. I don't think I would have been more than that. Anyways, I am at the Meteor Falls. This is, as I said in the last video as well, a very key location because this is where Steven is going to be at the end of the game as well. Nothing much to do here. I just pick up a few items lying around, go down, face a few trainers, pick up my berries, and that's pretty much it on this route. Pick up a few items, as I said, lying around, beat these trainers up, and after this I would be heading to Laveridge Town, where I would see the cable car accessible. The villainous teams in this game they're not the best. I mean, they're no Team Rocket. Team Rocket really, they want to piss you off. They want to make you angry. They want to make you hate them because they're cruel, they're bad, they kill Pokemon, they make Pokemon orphans, they break houses, they cause harm, they kidnap children. Okay, that's a bit much. Okay, but they do a lot of bad things, and you want to hate them from your heart. These guys just like water and soil. Let's be very honest. That's what they want, right? Yeah, that's not much of a motive. They want to catch their signature version exclusive Kyogre / Groudon, but do they have anything else in life to do? Not really. That goes for quite a lot of people I know about. Anyways, I get back to the name rater here and I give Delibird a very appropriate name because that's exactly what he is. He's an Articuno wannabe. I mean, Articuno is great. I love the Canto Bird trio. Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, they're all really good. Articuno, well, it's not very good in terms of what it's weak to again because it's ice and flying, but it has a cool design and it's pretty good. I mean, I like the whole Canto Bird trio and the whole Canto Bird thing ever since Pokemon Ruby. But yeah, this guy is like a poor man's, not a poor man's, no, it's like a beggar's Articuno. That's what this guy is. And the whole Santa Claus thing, it just makes poor Santa look bad, man. Why? He just gives gifts. Why do this to him, Pokemon? Why? There we go. I go down now to Laveridge Town. I'm very close by. I remember Team Rocket getting a Delibird as well. And I mean, they never really cared about it. I mean, you're talking about Team Rocket, a team where they want to capture new things and give it to their boss. Delibird comes right into their arms. Do they give that? No. Why? Because he's trash. And if you're called trash by Team Rocket, Jesse James and Meowth level Team Rocket, you got some work to do there, son. You got some work. I am at the gym. So far, has this gym been bad? Not really. I am managing with pretty standard moves like Present. I don't have Ice Beam yet. I think I mentioned having Ice Beam. I don't have it yet, unfortunately, because of my own stupidity of not saving coins and blasting everything by losing again and again. But again, there's only me to blame for that because I guess I'm dumb. I save at Flannery, go in with Present. I think that, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention this, but I deleted Present. I'm free of that pain. I have something called Secret Power, which is better. You remember Facade, I think, in the 4th gym, in the first run? Yes, that works good if you're under a status condition, 70 base power. Delibird here hasn't faced status conditions yet that much because, well, he has a good speed. He can knock stuff out with his average stats, below average stats actually. But coming back, Secret Power at least has a good chance to do something else in addition to damage. It has a 30% chance of a secondary effect. Now that secondary effect could be a lot of things. It depends on which terrain you're on. If you're on this kind of normal land, which I'm on right now, you could paralyze your opponent, which is good. If you're on water, well, you could, I think, decrease its accuracy. I mean, there are quite a lot of things, but it's pretty good, I guess. At least for this stage of the game. I now head over to Pooja Pitashri, who has only normal types. I mean, his gym is pretty easy with Delibird. I shouldn't lose. I don't have anything that should go wrong yet. I have quite a few levels on my side as well. I'm following a BFS structured algorithm, breadth first. I'm basically going branch by branch. I know, some coding algorithm thingy. I heal back up. I go all the way back up. And here I am with my father. And I think he is going down. His slacking falls in love with me, which is great. And he dies pretty easy. Wally's father pulls me, gives me the surf, throws it in my hand and kicks me out of his house, which is okay. I didn't need much else from him. Otherwise, I mean, he doesn't have much to offer me, does he? I go back to my mom, get my Diwali gift, my Diwali Dain of 10 rupees and an amulet coin, which is good. I see my television and see the reporters blabbering about me, talking nonsense about me. And I think it's time to deposit a few items because the next part of the game is what I like to call part 2. A very easy, unstolen name, I guess. The first 4 gems are pretty easy. Well, not in this case easy, but you feel you're at home with those gems. You actually start exploring once you get the Surf HM. Now, Surf is good because, well, it's a good move and it does good damage, I guess. It's not going to help me much on this run because Delibird doesn't learn Surf, obviously. I mean, he can't use Steel Wings, so how will he surf? Damn it. So I have to catch myself a water type first who can actually surf. I wanted to get a Tentacool. I called him. Have I caught him yet? I probably have. Yes. His good name is Dermicool. I did give him a nickname this time. I visit Trick House, fight the few trainers there, and the aim here is to get myself one rare candy. Again, this is something I didn't do that vigorously in my first run because, well, I didn't care that much, to be very honest. I just wanted a few good items from this man. He only has a good rare candy to offer me as the first gift. I don't think I'll be using anything else that he gives me. Well, he disappears back in. There are rocks blocking the way, so I decide to leave it. I face a few trainers again who I have beaten before to a pulp. That guy who has like one Pikachu, I think I thrashed him because I hate the sight of Pikachus. Rodents are pretty bad, they're like, they're just pretty bad. I mean, you can make them usable, but the electric rodents, I have a bitter hatred for them ever since Pikachu started becoming a thing. Well, it didn't start becoming, it was a thing to begin with. But I just don't like them much because, number one, it's overhyped. Pikachu is treated like some god. He's not. He's trash. He's useless. He has bad stats. He gets a light ball, which is great, but he doesn't deserve that. All he deserves is one ball because he's pretty bad, as I said. But getting back to the topic, I face these wannabe BBC guys again, thrash them, go all the way back to the island, and now I can probably get myself, ta-da, Ice Beam. Ice Beam, I hope you'll learn it, big boy. Yeah, he do learn it. Thief goes, thank goodness. I was getting sick of Thief. I mean, he already is a thief. He's supposed to not thief. He's Santa, damn it. I don't get Game Freak logic. You don't learn Steel Wing, but you learn Thief when you're Santa. What kind of a sick, demented Santa is this? You give your presents and you steal them back? Boo. I hate you, Santa. Not the real Santa. I love the real Santa, but this guy sucks. The Berry Master. His wife wants some smart words from me, so I give her that. And the Berry Master gives me, I think, some berries based on what I said. I have no idea how he realizes what I just said, but it's okay. I guess he likes that. When people say such things to his wife, I guess he likes that. Yeah, good for you, Berry Master. Grow your berries well. You'll probably be rewarded next life. I get the dick-like berries and the condom-like berries from his farm, and I beat up these trainers on the same route. Decide to beat these morons who think they're very smart by going in different directions, and they think they're very good by avoiding you, but they're actually absolute idiots because you can actually just tap on them and they look at you and then you fight them. So yeah, they're pretty useless. They have nothing much to gain from them. I then want to head on to the Weather Institute. That's the next destination on this run. I talked to this guy. There's a room full of birdies. God knows how much they would have shat if they've eaten. That's sad. I mean, I try to use the acrobat, but I can't really jump. So I'm just bouncing up and down like Ajay Devgan in Golmaal, probably 1 foot in one car, 1 foot in the other car. That's all I needed. But well, even that's not possible. So that's great. I head up. I beat these few trainers for the last few times. And I'm very close to the Weather Institute. I just want to get there, save at the bed, sleep. There's a little creepy sicko kid watching me. I don't know what he wants from me. I'm sorry. Yes, that's what Delibird has done to me. He's made me sick to the core. More trainers and trainers and trainers. I'm just going to defeat them quickly. I want my levels. I want to be done with the Weather Institute. It's already been long enough. Lainoon caught. He's a good slave for me. I mean, he's a great HM slave. He gets a lot of good HM moves, obviously. Surf, strength. You can give him dig if you want to escape from caves. You can even use him in battle. Now, he is one of the better rodents, I would say. You have one bunch of rodents which kind of suck. You have Furret, I guess, from the Johto region. I love the Johto region, but Furret isn't that good. He doesn't get that many good moves. Normally, normal types get moves like Thunderbolt as well to, complement their bad initial typing. But Furret just doesn't have the attack. Raticate is good with guts. I mean, you can exploit that with Facade. In the competitive meta, you must have seen Raticate being used with, the Flame Orb or the Toxic Orb. In that regard, Lainoon is pretty good as well. Belly Drum, Extreme Speed, and the later gens, all good. In this gen, he doesn't get Extreme Speed, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a problem. But he does have good speed, and Belly Drum is pretty good. You could give him the Citrus Berry with that to somehow sweep teams. You could give him a reason to exist if you decide to use him on a run. I defeat Team Aqua at the Weather Institute. I get the cast form, who gets a very appropriate name because, well, that's what it is. I give Lainoon Surf, and I exit the Weather Institute because I don't think I need to do anything. I also give him Rock Smash. May is back with her trashy team, and she loses pretty easy. I'm 2 times her level, so she can do absolutely nothing to me. She just gives me the HM for fly and disappears off, and not to be seen again for a while. Not that I'll miss her anyways. There we go. We get the dick like berries again. I pick the berries, and I think I will teach Delibird fly. Unfortunately, that means I would have to remove Secret Power. But it's also good because Secret Power is not doing anything against rock types. It's gonna not hit ghost types. I'm gonna face a few ghost types in the next segment after this. And yeah, I mean, I think I would like that bonus of 1.5 times by stab. That'll help me for sure. I look for a few trainers and see what they have. One lady here is giving me the TM for Hidden Power. Now, Hidden Power is, well, it's pretty bad. 70 base power for a move that does nothing, that depends entirely on some coded value. I mean, you can probably teach a better move that way, but given how bad Delibird's move pool is, I would probably like relying on, it depends. Let's see what Hidden Power really yields. Eventually, I realized that Hidden Power is a grass type for Delibird. And it would have been great if I had this early on against all the rock types I faced, but I don't really need that because I have Ice Beam, and most of the rock types in this game, mind you, I said most, I didn't say all, because, well, Nose Pass is there. Hello. And I could use Ice Beam easily on them and beat them because, they're mostly ground types as well. That's how Generation 1, 2 and 3 were. If you were a grass type, you were a poison type as well. The story of Generation 1. If you were a rock type, you were a ground type as well. Again, the story of Generation 1, even 2 I would say, and maybe even 3 till a certain extent, barring Nose Pass. There were a few things wrong. If you were a flying type, you were always a normal type. Well, unless you were a dragon. You never had any pure flying types. You had only Tangela as the first pure grass type in Gen 1. Yes, that Chowmein box is just the only thing that was grass. Of course, it was pretty trashy because pure grass is bad. Grass poison at least gives you some scope for resistances. And of course, in combating fairies, which are the new threat to mankind. The next segment of the game involves going to Lily Cove City, gaining some levels. The same drill followed by Mount Pyre, gaining more levels there. And then we would start with the entire segment for Kyogre and Groudon. But before that, we are at the Fortree City Gym. Flying types, pretty easy with Ice Beam. I'm not wasting my power points on these guys. I'll just take them out with Fly instead since I'm so overly leveled compared to the flying types in this gym. And of course, I'll be using ice type moves against Winona. She has Skarmory, Altaria, I guess. The first Swablu has Paris Song, so I really have to knock him out with Ice Beam. I don't have much of a choice. I can even kill him with Fly if I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Ice Beam. Pretty good. So yeah, I save over here. I give Hidden Power a shot. I want to see what it does. If it's even worth it or not. I believe not. I maybe gave it a try. Did I record that footage? Probably not. Just to see. Oh wait, I did. And it does practically nothing. So yeah, you guys know how bad this Hidden Power is as well. I would have been really happy if it was maybe a Water type Hidden Power, or even a Fire type for that matter. Fire type Hidden Power would have helped me later on against Steven in the final battle. But alas, I didn't really use any move apart from, well, Ice Beam, I guess. Because that battle itself is pretty tough. Anyways, I would probably reset. Oh wait, I didn't reset. Or did I? Probably not. I still have Hidden Power. I will eventually reset here because, well, I don't really need this Hidden Power on me. I progress ahead, face these trainers. I'm heading towards Registeel's ashram. Don't have much to do there apart from beat a Sandslash. This guy has a Sandslash and a Baltoy, and he thinks he's Captain America, and he thinks he's discovering some ashram and he's gonna get famous, but he's actually pretty stupid because he can do nothing. He can't even beat me. I'm gonna take these weird collar-like berries and these weird, I don't know, small thing berries, and after that I progress and face these guys. Take Abra. I don't know why I did that. Oh, maybe it was for this. Yes, they called me weak. They thought I couldn't hold a candle to them. Well, they just got squashed and Abra evolved. So now he's gonna learn moves. Oh god, why did I not stop that? Evolution. Something that makes no sense in Pokemon that you can stop with the B button. Great. Okay then. Pretty easy fight with Fly. I used Fly on Pikachu. I should have killed it with Ice Beam. Kill it with Ice. Kill it with Fire. Just kill it. Close to Lily Cove, ain't I? I think there's something there. I get that little thing. I forget what it is. Pick up the Ice Beam. No, I used Ice Beam, I think, and I died to Manic Trick, which is great. Which means I'm all the way back at Fortress City, and I go all the way back till that trainer who brought me out of business. I have the amulet coin, so I'm getting my money back. But there's nothing much that I need to get now in the game, is there? There is Blizzard, but am I gonna risk it? It was great in Gen 1. It had an accuracy of, I think, 90, and it did 120 damage. Pretty good stuff. Today, Blizzard does 110 damage with 70 accuracy. In the Gen 3 games, which is what I'm playing, I would get a 120 BP, 70% accurate Blizzard. I'm not taking that Blizzard because, let's put it this way, my luck with landing moves on the opponent if I do not have 100% accuracy is bad. I've been using Present quite a lot in the first part of the game, and I feel the accuracy of what should have been 90% was actually 60%. So I am not gonna teach any moves that have less than 100 accuracy unless I really need it. Swagger, yes, I need it. Without Swagger, I will probably not beat the game at all. I would beat the Elite Four, I guess, but Steven, not a chance. I'll give you my full explanation for that when we are at that juncture of the game. I now head to the Pokemon Tower wannabe. This little Mount Pyre where you find only Shuppets and Duskulls. Little skulls flying around trying to find their owners, and there's a pretty good backstory for Banner that I was seeing with my friend today. They're supposed to be dolls, rag dolls that were thrown away by children, and they come back to life. And they're searching for the trainer who, threw them away. Now, is that sad and painful? Yes, it is. But it's pretty creepy as well. Get a load of that crap. You throw away a doll and it comes back to haunt you and kill you. Sweet for a children's game, isn't it? Good going, Game Freak. good going. Well, then again, they did invent something called Delibird, and they did invent a lot of other candy asses. So you're pretty bound to face a lot of weird stuff from Game Freak. But yeah, their games are pretty good, and well, we all get a chance to enjoy the stuff that they make. And we are now at the top of Mount Pyre. Wobbuffet is in love with me. He's doing a salam to me as if he's like Salman Khan, I guess. And he's happy. He's probably drunk. His little tail is weird, and yeah, I defeat him. That kind of ends. The love story ended. I go down, down, down. I go more down. I go down and out, and I go out again. Oh, yeah. Oh, the fog. Oh, yeah. Oh. Are there anything, and is there anything here? No. There are only grunts with useless carnivores and useless Zubats, and nothing else. They can give you one thing, and that's a pain in the ass. But I'll fight them anyways because I can't progress without going ahead. I beat them all, easy peasy, survived with only 20 HP, but okay, I'll hope nobody saw that. Oh, less than 20, great. I try to aim for Lily Cove and I finally aim correct. I now have to go all the way. Oh, wait. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I lost at the top. I now have to fight the trainers on the route south of Mount Pyre. Now, these trainers are all optional, really. There's nothing much to get from these guys apart from experience. And that's practically it. There are a few items, good items worth picking up. You have a PP up. You have the TM for Giga Drain. I won't use that, of course. And, of course, you get a good amount of EXP, as I said. I would be aiming to get to level 70 or maybe at least level 69 by the end of this route. Should get there. I may have to heal back once. I think I'll keep this in mind for my next few runs, and I'll be a little more prepared and probably get a few super potions so I'm able to heal back up without having to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center again and again. Because otherwise the run becomes quite long, and I end up resetting back at the last visit at Pokemon Center. That of course takes more time. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of this route, I think. There would be one more trainer probably, and I may lose against him because I ran out of PP. Okay, I do run out of PP. Oh no, I don't. But I think I'm pretty sure I lost at one of these games. Yes, I did. Here we go. Zato beats me. Yes, the football bird's daddy beats me. That's what I like calling Natu, for those who didn't understand the football bird reference. But yeah, I beat him anyways on my next run. One hit with Ice Beam, get the Revival Herb, fight this little lady who was all alone looking at a rock. Oh no, she was looking at her grandpa. And I faced these two little invisible little girls who are like 1/10 my size. I teleport all the way back, or fly maybe. Yes, I go to Slateport. Let me aim it correct. Oh god damn it. Yes, I aimed finally. There's nothing here. Oh wait, that's because I have to go to Farrelbore. Or Laveridge. I think Farrelbore because, well, Laveridge, yeah. Here I'm going to get the Magma hideout at my disposal. What do I have to say about these guys? They're all going to use, well, they should use fire types, but they're all kind of either ground types as well, or they're Zubats. So I'm going to do pretty well. It's going to be pretty easy for me. Nothing much to add for these few battles. Ice Beam should be my go method to beat these guys. And I think I am going back because I probably forgot something. I'm not really sure why I did that, but there must be a reason for that, damn it. Oh wait, I reset. I think it's because I am losing out on power points. Exactly. That's how this run has been so far, to be honest. If I didn't grind this much, I would have been in tatters. I would have been struggling for the first half of the game. I beat these grunts, get my EXP. Now I would like to focus on something for say another possible playthrough for Delibird. Now, given how bad its moveset is, given how weak it is, you can't really bank on self boosting moves because, well, it doesn't get any. You can't really bank on really powerful moves because, the only powerful move it gets is Blizzard, and that kind of misses. Flying type moves in Gen 3 were pretty bad. You had Sky Attack, which was a 2-turn move, but again, that's 2 turns, and you normally won't have 2 turns given how good its defenses are. But you would have to rely on something like, as I said, an attract moveset with double team, ways to get around battles. Give it, say, a bright powder or a lax incense, something that would decrease the opponent's accuracy, or something that would heal your own HP, which would be either like a shell bell, if you're obviously attacking with it, or a leftovers, which would boost your HP little by little every single turn. I face Maxi, the boss of Team Magma, and I lose very nicely because I didn't heal up. Great strategizing by me. Pat myself on the back. So as I was saying, the moveset for Delibird would probably be a double team with Attract. I considered using a move like Focus Punch. Now get a load of this crap. Focus Punch, a move that is 150 base power of fighting type. This guy uses its arms to punch. You saw those arms, right? Yeah, that thing punches. It can't use Steel Wing. It can fly, but it can't use Steel Wing, but it punches. Great logic. Nonetheless, double team, Attract, maybe a substitute, Swagger for sure. That's the kind of moveset you would need to work your way around with Delibird. Now, Ice type is bad, as I said, defensively, but since it is an Ice type and it has reasonably okay-ish special attack, you could run Ice Beam on it. I mean, I would suggest you do because you'll find a lot of dragon flying types in the competitive meta, I guess. And Ice Beam would really do a lot of damage to them. If not, one-hit knockout them. Even in this own game, Ice type has a really good coverage offensively. So even though I'm not super strong, even though I'm not something like a Sachin Tendulkar of Pokemon, I'll pretty much be better than, say, a Ravindra Jadeja of Pokemon. So yeah, I could do better with Ice Beam and a few dodgy movesets such as Double Team, Attract maybe, as I said. So yeah, that's going to be my go-to moveset at the end. I considered Focus Punch because, let's see, Steven's team is pretty defensive. Yes, so Focus Punch isn't going to be very good there, but his team is mostly steel types. Skarmory is a steel type, of course with flying, so my attack would be neutral. Claydol is ground and psychic. Attack would not be very effective, but Aggron would be taken down pretty easily. Given how good his defense is, I would still be able to do a lot more damage than Ice Beam. Ice Beam would do absolutely nothing to good old Steven because, well, only Claydol and Cradleye would take a good amount of damage. Anyways, nonetheless, I am now at Mosteep City. I'm pretty sure, this gym is pretty easy as well. There's nothing much to add here. Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Beam. 4 Ice Beams and, well, the gym badge is yours. I'm trying to collect the shoal shells and the shoal salt from here because, well, I don't have anything else to do and I'm looking for a few other trainers around. I didn't find any and I was looking for the Never Melt Ice. Unfortunately, the time is a time for high tide, which means I get water. The Never Melt Ice is available when there is low tide, i.e. no water. And that sucks because, well, there's water. This guy here in Mosteep wants to teach me Dynamic Punch. I don't need that. It doesn't learn my Dynamic Punch anyways. I decided to deposit a few of my Pokemon. I'll probably take Kadabra. I look around the town, see what's there to see. There's Steven there at the space center just chilling. This girl has a little wingle who she's sending to her guy. God knows what all dirty things she's mentioned in her letter, in her little kabutar ja letter. I know what. But I go back down, decide to face the guys in the gym. Easy peasy. Ice beam, one shot. Fly, one shot. Oh god, a double battle. I didn't want to do that. But, anyways, one shot. Everybody is a one shot. Presents for everybody. Oh, wait, there's no present. Thank goodness. Fly, dead. Fly, dead. Dead. Let's see. I'm very close to the leader, I guess. Yes. Rolls goes down. She can do nothing to me. Little bacon goes down as well. The little piggy. The little dinner sausage goes down. Close to the gym leader? Yes. Pretty close now. There we go. I save here. Ice beam 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5. Dead. Easy. Not as bad as the last fight I had with these guys with Smeargle. I struggled so badly in that, but well, at least it's over now. I was level 80 for that fight when I was Smeargle, so I'm doing pretty well, I guess. I faced these 3 guys who think they're like Sachin, Dravid and Ganguly. I mean, they're actually pretty trashy. Sorry to break it to them. I face off on a grunt with Steven. Steven is my sidekick in this. Yes, Delibird's sidekick. Steven, you're hearing that right now. I go down to his house. He's supposed to give me the HM for dive. I can now dive underwater and I can face Team Aqua at their hideout. But that's after I go to Slateport. Slateport is where the entire submarine is going to be stolen. People are getting bored with Captain Stern's interview. Nobody cares about his interview either. Oh, there we are. We're at the seafloor cavern. Of course, I've done all of that stuff. Team Aqua's hideout has been cleared. Now, I have to basically access Groudon from here. He's gonna fly off, which is really cool. And gonna basically pester me for the next 20 minutes. Which is also very cool, I guess, for him. He has nothing to lose, does he? Grunts, one shot with anything. I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh, Mightyana survived that fly. Pretty good. I solved this silly puzzle. I mean, I've learned this puzzle. This puzzle is... Oh, wait. I said I learned this puzzle and I couldn't solve it. Oops. Well, I cleared the puzzle the right way this time. I push these dumb boulders aside and I'm in this smoky room where people have been smoking. I don't know what weed this guy is on. Maxi, God, he's made the whole room so bad. Oh, it's Archie. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. And, well, of course... My dear Delibird here makes everyone fall in love and he kills poor Archie and his bird is gone, his smoke is gone, he's losing his nuts. Maxie's losing his nuts, Steven's losing his nuts, everyone's losing nuts. Kill, item take. Kill, oh, no, surf, kill, oh, I fly again, kill, good. Dead. More dead. I lost my way. Oh, okay, I found my way back. Good. Oh, that item I want to take, and I take the item. Good. I got more item. Good. Oh, enough of that bullshit. Here I am at Slateport. I dive underneath the water. There's an item there. I thought these guys are up to their little fight they're having on their island. Everyone else is looking as if Dirty Picture 3 is being played in the open. Wallace is here smoking away in his little room. Everyone is chilling around and having fun during this natural disaster, which is great. Good going. Everybody, you're all very good human beings and you will make a difference to the world, I'm sure, one day. This guy is on drugs going round and round in front of a white rock. I am going to be facing a lot of tentacles, which kind of sucks. Here I see 2 candy asses by this young lady. Good for her. She has a very bright future ahead of her. Next destination would be the Sky Pillar. Where is that? Next to Pacific Log Town. Where is that? Well, you keep surfing is where that is. Keep fighting trainers, keep getting EXP, keep beating whoever the hell you see, and find Rayquaza at the top, give him a kick in his nuts so he wakes up and goes back down and solves the little issue that these guys are having about who owns what. Then he can go back and sleep for what anyone cares. I don't think anyone does. And probably I would be searching the routes next to Pacific Log. Again, the ones on the left of Pacific Log, so I could gain some more EXP. Because let's look at this whole thing from another angle. I'm at level 77. And I feel I am a little under-leveled for this stage. Hear me out before you go crazy in the comment section. Number 1. When I was with Smeargle, of course, he had worse stats. I was probably at level 85. Now, Smeargle, of course, has bad stats, but he had a really good moveset. He had a very good moveset of Swords Dance, he had Earthquake. He had a lot of good things going for him. Facade. You get the drill. He had Ancient Power. Well, maybe not Ancient Power yet, but he does get that eventually. Delibird here has Fly and Ice Beam. And Swagger. And Attract, of course. These are moves that you cannot bank on because the Elite Four is filled with a balance of male and female trainers. Secondly, Delibird stats, well, they suck. So using Ice Beam isn't going to protect him much, is it? If you're against a female Pokemon, you're pretty much doomed because you can't use Attract. You're only relying on the fact that Swagger would keep the opponent confused and the opponent would keep hitting themselves in confusion and again and again. And that's where these levels are going to come into play. So, Rayquaza is on his way. He's flying around, going back. I'm surfing around. Nobody cares about the weather. Who cares about Hoenn? I mean, it's all going to get okay. Somebody's going to save the day, isn't it? Oh, that's what Superman felt every day. I feel him now. I beat these guys. I heal at Pacific Log Center. I get the TM for return. Not going to use it on this run probably. It's a great move, return. It works like it does a good ton of damage. It's a normal type, so obviously a normal type would get a good boost from it as well. It's based on your happiness / friendship. If your Pokemon loves you, it's gonna do damage. And that's good. If your Pokemon hates you and isn't your friend, it's not gonna do damage, and that kinda sucks for you. But that's why you take return, because that's the better of the two. I face these trainers. I decide to go back to Pacific Log, face a new set of trainers, maybe pick up a few items as if it's my next door big bazaar, and I go back to Pacific Log and I go down and I face the last round of trainers. I think this will be the last round. This guy has like 5 Water Onyxes and 1 Magikarp. And why does he even have that Magikarp? What does he want to do with it? Oh, that kind of came out wrongly, didn't it? So, level 80. Pretty good, I would say. Okay, I guess. I have 1 gym leader battle ahead of this. 5 Elite Four members, and I have 1 stretch of the Victory Road now. The Victory Road has a good chunk of trainers, yes, but I'm at a higher level, so I'm not going to be leveling up that fast. I will need to use my rare candies probably for the Elite Four battle as well. Let's see how it goes. I have my doubt against the final Elite Four champion, Wallace, and also against Glacier. Surprising, Glacier is an Ice type Elite Four member. She has 5 Ice types and a few of them are Water Ices, so that doesn't help the fact that I've got only Ice Beam as my special offensive move. They have good defenses, I guess, okay special defenses. Either of the two, I mean, they're pretty good, tanky, and they're pretty nice. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle against them, of course. Phoebe, the first member of the Elite Four, is also pretty bad because, well, if her first Pokemon Dusclops uses Curse, it's lights out for me. The run ends. No ifs, no buts, no. Oh, maybe I'll use an item kind of deal. No, curse hits me from a ghost type. I die in 4 turns. Given Dusclops is good defensively, she'll probably not get knocked out in one move, so he'll get to use a shadow punch on me, and I'll die sooner than 4 turns. So yeah, I'll have to prepare myself for that battle a bit. I face off against the trainers in Wayne's gym. He's like a poor man's Wallace. He's pretty crappy. He doesn't really figure on my list of most powerful trainers. Surprised he's the final gym. I mean, Claire in Pokemon Gold gets a really cool gym. Though she's defeated pretty easy, she at least has something unique. She brings dragons to gyms, which are great. She uses Kingdra, which is great. She uses 3 Dragonairs, which kind of sucks because, well, why not use Dragonite? He's kind of better than Dragonair, isn't it? But nonetheless, at least she gives the final gym trainer something relative, something that you want to face and beat. This guy starts out with a love desk, which is really sweet, isn't it? Well, Kingdra is pretty cool. He has Kingdra as well, but he's just nothing compared to Wallace. You see how easily Articuno swept through the team. Obviously, I have a great advantage in terms of levels, but still, you expect a little better fight from somebody who's using, say, Pokemon in the final gym. Well then, we have only one thing left to do. That is go to the Elite Four and, well, thrash them. Or should I say, just like beat them anyhow. Oh, I'm back at the Shoal Cave to see if I can get the Shoal Salt or the Nevermelt Ice. I didn't get that. I was thinking on getting the Nevermelt Ice so I could, well, use that to buff up my Ice Beam. I don't think I would be using any other item to much effect. I may use the Lax Incense to get a slight boost, to my evasiveness, kind of. I don't know. It depends. Anyways, coming back to Evergrenade City, I get on my bike. I'm hopping around. I'm hopping again. I went to Rustboro for the TM for Focus Punch. Now, you remember I told you earlier, Focus Punch could be useful. It could be useful against Steven, the final-ish boss of the game. Yeah, I've gone to get that and gain a few levels, last-minute levels from these trainers here. Now, I may use Focus Punch. Even I am not certain on this. I will have to do a little bit of an analysis to see if Ice Beam would be better with the boost, given the fact that Steven's team isn't that good special defensively. I mean, they have great special defenses, but they don't have that much of special defense compared to the actual defense stat. Let's see. I'll keep that with me for my own use later on in the game. And I'm at Evergrenade City again. I head into the Victory Road. I face Wally first, and I think this battle isn't gonna end very well because, well, I'm killed with Thunderbolt and I hit myself in Confusion every turn, which is great. Great. I lose, heal back, and I will go back to Wally to face him and beat him. This battle was at full health, by the way, full health, and I still couldn't make the cut. Well, Magneton obviously gives me paralysis, which is really nice. I am losing health. I am paralyzed. I'm beaten down. Oh wait, I didn't even beat Wally again. That's great. Okay, pretty easy in the end. I head back in, go back down into Victory Road. Let's see what all the trainers down here offer me. I don't think it's going to be that tough, given the major difference in levels. Go down, face these trainers. Yes, just Ice Beam everything. I mean, Ice Beam is going to be my go-to move now for this game. Hariyama, or as I call him, Haryana, he dies. Sand Slash, the wannabe Kabutops dies. Big dragon-like Brontosaurus Tropius dies. Golbat's on water, looks really cool, but, well, I guess he dies too. Triple Pakshi dies. Zayed Khan dies. This Super Saiyan cotton candy thing, Shiftry dies as well. I collect that little item. I think I briefly get lost in this area. It's kind of embarrassing. But I think I do. Yes, I do. And oh well, I forgot to save the game. Oh no, I forgot to save the game. Oof. Anyways, I get what I have to get. I get my PP up. I give it to Fly. And of course to Ice Beam. And I head back in and I'll be facing Wally and all the other trainers once again. Great, because I didn't save. Easy win against Wally, I hope. Yes, pretty easy as expected. Other trainers, I'm gonna face them again. And yeah, that's what Victory Road is about. I'm hoping to get to level 89 or so, or at least level 90 by the end of the Elite Four, not the beginning, because, well, there's a lot of levels to gain. But at least by then I would be strong enough to maybe consider fighting Steven. I'm trying to focus on the Elite Four at the moment. Apart from Wally, there's nothing much to say because, let's see, Sydney. He's got 2 grass types, should be easy with Ice Beam. Mightyana should be easy with Ice Beam as well. The issue is going to be against Crawdont, which is, well, a water dark type. Ice Beam isn't going to be very effective. He has better defenses and my attack is going to be down 1 stage thanks to Doggy. There is an evil doggy, Absol, as well, who's waiting for me, but he goes down pretty easy, I guess. The second battle is going to be against Phoebe. She, of course, has Curse on her opening Bennett. Oh, Dusclops, I mean. Yes. And that is the main threat to me. That Dusclops tends to use Protect followed by Curse, which means I would have to either get it confused with Swagger and then hope she doesn't hit me and attacks herself. And I would have to use Ice Beam, of course, to get the win. The other thing would be, to look into the third leader, which is Glacia. Yeah. She is going to be a slight roadblock for me. Slight because I could only use Fly against her team. Ice Beam isn't going to be very effective against her Glalie, and it's going to be, I think, worse than Quad. It's going to be 1/8 times effective against her Celio and Wolverine. Because, well, they're water and ice. So ice type attacks does 1/4 times damage to them. And they also have thick fat, which means ice does another less half times damage to them. So yeah, that's 1/8 times, which is great. Secondly, they're all females. So Attract is going to be useless against every single one of them. The solution is going to be to use Swagger and Fly. Those are the only 2 moves I can have. And I cannot forget Attract yet because I will be needing that for my final battle against Steven. Of course, Attract is not going to be enough. I will still need to do that with Swagger. If I can somehow clear the game, I would need items for sure. I'm pretty sure because Skarmory has Toxic. And if that hits, that ends my run instantly. But let's see how that goes. The 4th battle should be against Drake, which is pretty easy. Ice types against, Dragon Flying types, Dragon Ground types. Pretty easy, nothing much to worry about. Kingdra should be easy with Ice Beam as well. And of course, the final boss would be Wallace. Now, he is slightly tougher, ever so slightly tougher than the other battle with Glacia, I feel. I mean, he's pretty good, but I have an ice type and his team is made of water types. One of them knows Toxic. It's not a very good sign for me. Tentacruel knows Toxic. Ludicolo has Leech Seed. I'm going to rely on quite a good amount of luck in that battle, but let's see how it goes. So I finally visit the first floor of the Pokemon Center in this game by mistake, and the girl bores me to death there. I stock up on a few supplies. The gate is open. I head right in to face off against Steven. Oh, no, not Steven. Sydney. I get confused. The guy with 1 hair on his head. I like to call him Iqbal because, well, he has 1 hair on his head. And you see how easily I die at the first Dusclops that Phoebe sends out. Sydney, pretty easy with Ice Beam, one shot to everybody. I get cursed again, and the run ends for the second time. Third run, Ice Beam, one shots practically everybody. I use Fly on Crawdaunt, of course. I now make Dusclops confused, so I get past the first Dusclops and I beat Phoebe entirely with Ice Beam. Pretty easy. The third battle, as I said, is against Glacia. I get a little bit of my power points back with an Ether, a Max Ether. Not really on Ice Beam needed because I'm not going to use that. And I am defeated because I get paralyzed by Body Slam. The strategy is going to be pretty easy. Use Swagger and keep using Fly. I don't have anything else I could do. There is no other choice that I have. I decide to replenish my HP, and I think I will replace an item with the Lax Incense because I've been using the Amulet coin. That is good because it gives me some more money, but I don't really need money now. I need to not get hit, and the Lax Incense can help me out there a bit, I get killed again, and I think I will be killed. There I go. I replaced the Lax Incense with the what was I holding earlier? I don't know. The Amulet coin, of course. The Diwali bonus that my mom gave me. And I get killed. So I decide to go into the Elite 4 now, I think from scratch. I will need to gain a few more levels before I can take on the Elite 4 with little more confidence. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for the Shell Bell probably. Or am I? Oh, yes, I am. But the Shell Bell is also, it's pretty pointless, I think, because it heals 1/8 of my damage that I deal. I'm better off trying to avoid damage entirely than, take damage and hope I get it back slowly, because there's no real end to it. There we go. I'm back at Sydney. I beat him easily. At Phoebe. Of course, Curse hits me, so I'm not going to last this run. I get whatever EXP I can. I take whatever items I can as well. And I'm at practically zero cash. So if I lose now, I have nothing to lose. I can just go and grind for some more levels until I'm level 90 probably. So Phoebe so far pretty easy. And there she goes down. She's dead. Glacia up next. I heal back up. I give Delibird an elixir. So he's back on full power points again. Wolverine now is dead as well. Glalie, I'm hanging by a thread and I lost at the last silo, which is good. Better progress than last time. I follow the same drill. Ice Beams against Sydney and probably Swagger and Ice Beam against Dusclops. I get hit by Curse. Kind of sad. Have to do it again. Ice Beam, repeat. There we go. We are at Dusclops now and we defeat Phoebe with Ice Beam. Pretty easy stuff. Glacia, she is becoming a bit of a roadblock to me. Not much, but kind of, I guess. There we go. I defeat her Celio. I defeat Wolverine. This should be the run. I defeat Celio and I defeat Glalie. Do I? Oh no, I don't. But I do. And I'm at Drake. This should be a pretty easy fight. I use an elixir to get back my power points. Heal back my health. Oh wait, I didn't heal back my health. Great decision by me. Kingdra gets frozen. Ice Beam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All dead. And I'm at the final battle against Wallace. Let's see. Swagger. Tentacruel survives Fly. Ludicolo gets killed by Fly. Wishkash doesn't get killed by Fly. This is gonna be fun. I fly again. I tried this fight a few times. I get toxicked. Yeah, I don't know. I just made a new word, I guess. I fight again. I'm at half HP after his first mon, which is terrible. 3 mons down, half HP. He gets frozen, but that doesn't really matter because I'm taken out with an Hyper Beam. I just said an Hyper Beam. That's what this run is doing to me. That's what you've done to me, Delibird. That's what you've done, you crazy Santa. Let's see. Whale Lord back. He has a little eye. He has one black dot for an eye on his huge body, so that's cool for him. This guy on drugs goes down. This time Wishcash is down. I use Swagger. Oh, and Milotic uses Tackle. Oh, Toxic, I mean. I wish it would have used Tackle on me. I get poisoned badly and I lose. Again, we use the same strategy again and again. Fly / well, no Ice Beam yet. Gyarados, get his attack up. He uses Dragon Dance, make him full attack. Oh well, and he uses Hyper Beam with full attack. So that makes Delibird smash into 10 little pieces. The way Krillin is smashed into 10 little pieces in Dragon Ball Z by Frieza. Or wait, the way Frieza is cut into chicken tikka like pieces by Trunks when, they come to Earth to take over Earth and fail miserably. Because it's made into dinner rather than a king. Let's see, one more battle against Wallace. Let's see how this goes. Fly, so far so good. Swagger enables him to hit himself. I have killed 4 members so far. Swagger, Attract. Okay, I've attracted Milotic. I am flying. He's using Recover. I am low on health and I die. He is not falling in love with this ugly, mad fowl. Fowl meaning like chicken fowl, But anyways, back to the final fight. My, 20th attempt. I guess so. Start with a Swagger, good. Use Fly, he hits himself. Swagger, Fly. Swagger, Ice Beam, hits himself, great. Attract. Swagger, Fly, great. Attract, Swagger, and Fly. And that does the trick for me. Finally, this little guy gets the recognition he deserves. Good for you, retard. He makes the champions list, of course, which is great. And now, of course, there is one final battle left in the game. That the end is a big misguiding thing. It's pretty misguiding. I go down. Mom and Dad are having a little moment in the room. I get the ticket. I get the leftovers from the ship. Gain some levels. That's all there is to do on the ship. Ship. Yeah. There's nothing much else that I can do on the ship apart from train my Pokemon. I get the leftovers first because that is the most important thing to do on the ship. There we go. I think I have it. Yes, I am restoring my health slowly. I head up, fight all these trainers. I get the TM for Snatch, which is an okayish move competitively. You'll never really use it in the game. Kill this guy with a truckload of Skitty and one Delcatty who just does nothing to you. Kill this guy with Manectrix. Kill this guy with the Water Khargosh. I heal up again, and now I have to plan out my road to Steven, and that involves getting rid of Fly, because Fly is not going to do anything against Steven's team. Fly is going to get replaced with Double Team, because that only helps me. Well, it does help me. Better than Fly, at least. Attract will be needed. Swagger will be needed, of course, to, make Steven hit himself, because I'm not going to do much with Ice Beam, even though I've maxed out the PP. I am going to go to Farrelboat Town and give this a shot. Oh, wait, hello. I found this guy, the Eon Pokemon. That's nice. So Latios is one of the regional wandering legendaries. You say, like the ones you see in Pokemon Gold. You have Raikou, Suicune and Entei, who are just walking around, chilling, having their beers, walking from route to route. They randomly run into you and they use Roar on you and they're never found again. At least they fixed that in this generation. I will give him Fly and Surf probably, and maybe Waterfall. Again, last few amount of levels by killing the Elite for one final time. I just need to be level 95 because I have 5 rare candies that I've accumulated on this run so far. So that'll definitely help me out, I guess. I am level 95. I can be killed now. I don't have much to prove. Of course, I beat Phoebe now. So ironic. This battle goes on because I run out of power points for Ice Beam. Because, well, half of a team has the ability called pressure, which reduces your power points twice as fast as anything else. So now we're just struggling. I mean, I'm struggling, and I get the win. Glacier is gonna kill me easily, I hope. Please do. Oh well, CeeLo is going down to struggle now. That is really, really shameful. Oh, and he goes down again. Wolverine should definitely get the win. Oh wait, I finally lose. That's great. Well, then at least I can go back to Steven and start deciding on what the action plan is gonna be. So, luckily for me, Skarmory is a great Pokemon to start my setup against. He has great defenses, not very good speed, attack is good, not great, average I would say at best. Not very good special defense, so Ice Beam should help in doing a chunk of damage. It'll definitely not knock any of his mons out in one shot, I guess. So yeah, I start off by setting up Attract. And the first Attract must activate. If it doesn't, then he is gonna poison me or use Steel Wing on me. And either of those options are pretty bad. I have the leftovers, so I'm gonna be healing HP at a good basis. But I cannot survive this fight if I get Toxic activated on me even once. I start with Attract and I use Double Team a good 6 times before I start using Swagger. If I use Swagger in the middle, he'll get a buff to his attack, and if he does hit me after, well, snapping out of confusion, he's gonna tear me to pieces. He's gonna tear me and rip me apart into 5 chunks of chicken. I don't want that. There I go, I get poisoned again. So if I'm poisoned, that is it. There is no scope of going ahead in the run. Attract, proc, Double Team 6 times. I can take a couple of Steel Wings in that duration, which is fine. I don't mind that. But once I have set up, I then go for 1 Swagger or maybe even 2 Swaggers, and then I start spamming Ice Beam against Skarmory. Once he is down, oh wait, I'm killed again. Skarmory is gonna be a great Pokemon actually to set up on. He is literally the best. If I had any other Pokemon up against me, instead of Skarmory, I would have lost this battle and I wouldn't have been able to win this battle at all, because Ancient Power is going to rip me apart. As I said, Rock Slide is going to destroy me. And even though I'm level 100, my defense is pretty bad. And Steven's Pokemon are mostly attackers. They focus on their attack, not their special attack. Aggron, for some reason, is a special attacker. I mean, he has Thunder, Solar Beam, Dragon Claw, and that's pretty dumb. I don't know why he did that, but, well, I guess that's his style. I now am at a run where I have a chance of winning. Yes, I'm at max accuracy. I've used Ice Beam. Claydol hits me with Ancient Power. I use Attract. I use Ice Beam on Cradleye. I get the kill against him. Armaldo goes down with Ice Beam and Attract. Metagross. This guy is gonna be a big hindrance. Yes, he hits me with Shadow Ball. And his defense is so good, even if I make him confused with +6 attack and he hits himself, he's not gonna do that much because, well, his defense is great. And we can't really do much about that, can we? So, back to the fight. Skarmory's up next. That was actually my best run so far. Claydol this run gets me with Ancient Power. Again, not very good. I use, Double Team. Of course, he's attracted. He can't do much to me and he kills me. I have to reset again. I use Attract, Double Team, spam. Spikes doesn't really do much to me. I get killed once again. And let's see. I am going to try this a few more times. I doubt how this is going to end. But eventually, on the winning run that I have, I will end up... I think that would be this run, because I did end up freezing Claydol, Skarmory as well. Metagross is badly confused. Meteor Mash kills me. That's pretty bad. Pretty sad. I fight off and use a full restore on Delibird, yes. And I survive with 1 HP with poison. I think I shouldn't have done that. I did reset eventually, which is okay. And the fight begins. I use Double Team. I get my evasion up to max. I just keep increasing my evasion. I use double team once again. Ice beam freezes. His first two mons pretty good. Cradle goes down in my ice beam. Metagross goes down. Oh no, I go down once again thanks to a meteor mash. And I think this should be a better run than the last. Get my evasion up there max. Faint his first few mons. Claydol goes down. Cradle goes down. And no, it doesn't go down. I go down instead. Great. Attract. Double team. Double team. Double team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ice beam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 4, 5. 5 times he's hit himself and he's frozen. This could be the run, guys. Ice beam, ice beam, ice beam. Confuse him again, confuse him again. Metagross hasn't touched me yet. I'm running out of power points. I'm at 30 health. Oh goodness me. This is gonna be so tight. Oh goodness me. I'm using all my PP up because I don't have much of a choice. All his attacks are missing. Luckily he's using Thunder. Bad move, really bad accuracy. And I'm using Struggle now. And could I do it with Struggle? Yes. And guys, that is the end of this run. I hope you enjoyed it. This guy, Delibird, made it in the end at level 100. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. And do stay tuned for the next video very shortly. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.